I do my criminal thing once a month. My unlimited bus pass has just expired, so I don't have anything on my bus pass right now. But I have to go to the grocery store to get it renewed. But I'm gonna sneak on the bus so I can get to the grocery store. So I'm not gonna pay, but I'm gonna go to the back of the bus. And the D, you can enter on any entrance. So the mission was a success. I made it all the way as far north as I possibly had to go without getting a pass. So I'm on my way right now to re-up my card. So that wasn't too bad. I had to dodge the transportation buzz. They don't normally check the buses in the morning. They only check it normally at night, you know, when the non-commuters are on the bus, because then that'll just be too many people to have to scan. And normally in the morning, just the business workers and things like that, and people are going to work. So that's kind of cool. Oh, look. It's so crazy that there's so many beautiful aspects to the city and so many like secret pockets that are actually quite beautiful. But then there's also like little pockets that are kind of bad too as well, especially with the homeless. And there was a park back there that's almost like unusable by the people in the area because they, you know, sleep at the parks and then they sleep in the benches, and there's a skate park there and it's almost not usable because of it, you know, and I feel bad. The crazy part is that like homeless camp, and they have like a place where like a church that offers them free food and things like that, and free groceries. But there's a QFC that's right next to there too, and I know that this probably has a lot of theft too as well, and their loss prevention is probably pretty high, because I know that the QFC that we used to live at in Magnolia had a lot of theft. We've seen it firsthand like multiple times, so this one has to have a lot because of the close camp. Wow, it does seem a little chillier today, but no, it is actually 62 degrees and it's gonna get up to the 80s. So I'm pretty excited about that weather. And plus I have shorts. So I figured out a whole new package system here for us. So what's cool is that the Postal-Mate system is a lot more efficient and a lot more expansive than the previous owners were actually using it for. They were like the pen and paper type, you know, so they wrote everything down and everything was in their head. But the system actually itself can print out slips that you can put right onto the packages, and then it prints out a second slip with the same exact information, like tracking their information and everything like that, that you can put right in their boxes itself. So here you go. This is how one of them looks. Right there. So that's the slip that the computer actually prints out, so we don't actually have to pen and paper all of the packages that come in, so it doesn't get confusing, and then we don't have to make individual slips to put into the customer's box. So this is kind of a cool system. So it took like package intake and package receiving and package releasing down to 80%. Like it's just so much, it's so less effort. All right, so guys, what is the definition of a vlog? It's a video log, and it's a log of either your dailies or your weeklies. And what it really reminds me of is the movie, it's The Martian. Yeah, The Martian with Matt Damon, where he gets left on Mars, I believe. And then he like is running out of supplies. So he's making logs each day of his mission. So he's like, you know, I mean, due to the weather, I'm not just gonna give up, you know, just because I'm stuck on Mars. I mean, I'm still gonna do my job. And then, you know, try to figure out how to get off of there or whatever, or send a signal back to NASA. But yeah, he made a video log every day and about his progress and the little things he did. So if Matt Damon and The Martian had a YouTube channel, it would have been very popular, because he was doing something that no one had on that platform, that would have on the YouTube platform at all. And yeah, I mean, he was like growing his own vegetables and things like that. He was trying to ration off of his life, but it was very personal. It was it was very personal. It was very intimate. It was very detailed. It was very genuine. It was very visceral. It was very like he was accounting for his log to be studied. Like he didn't think he was going to make it, so he bared it all. And what he didn't have anything to lose at that point or nothing to prove. He just wanted to make sure that his message gets across, and eventually found, and then his work being that he tried to survive out there. So I think that's what I kind of want to switch this into. Obviously, we're already on vlog 27, and I've just been, just talking about random things and showing different things and the travels and food and things like that. But I think it's time to get into the nasty bits, the nitty gritty, the good, the bad, the ugly, the weird, right? Let's just dive into my life a little. So maybe not this vlog, but starting on the next vlog, we're going to give you kind of a full update as to where everything is now, starting in August of 2019, of where everything sits, about where my life is at, what I'm doing for work, essentially. But there's a lot of information that I can't give out, obviously, for my protection and the purpose of, just information not being out there on the internet that anyone can expose or use against me in some sort. But it's time to, clean the palette, just kind of dial everything back to zero, and then just start fresh, and then deal with things as they come, and then bring you on that journey. Okay, so I think it's going to be pretty fun. All right, so today I have to take what is called a MAST test. It's a MAST, and it's an abbreviation for something, but I know it has to deal with food handling. At my other job, I'm moving from food runner to actually becoming a server. So, and in the state of Washington and in Seattle, you have to have alcohol certification, handling certification, and then a food handling certification. I'm pretty sure it's just basic stuff, but it's supposed to be like 5 to 6 hours long, like different modules, and then you have to answer obviously the questions correctly to get your certification. But the alcohol one is about $20 and the food handling one is about $10. So it's going to be a long, grueling road of modules today for me. So that's going to be fun. And if I find anything interesting within the modules, I will definitely share it with you, because sometimes these old videos you have to watch for work, like a training video that's from 1995 or something, and they pop in that VHS, and you got to sit through orientation, and it's the worst video ever, and it's Janet forgot to blah blah blah. What does Janet do? Whoa, guys, this is a mint condition Toyota Mister 2. Haven't seen one of these in a long time. I think it might be a 96. Look at mid-engine, TRD wheels, stick. That's awesome. So, to be able to serve in the great state of Washington, you have to have a MAST training or a MAST certification. It's like a permit card or something. But MAST stands for Mandatory Alcohol Server Training. And in the course, you're gonna have to take a few tests. It takes about 3 hours, but there's funny things on this course. Right here it says signs of someone being impaired from alcohol. It says relaxed inhibition, saying or doing things she wouldn't normally do or say. And the bullet point is talking loudly, being over friendly, feeling depressed, or using foul language. See, alcohol makes you use foul language, people. That's why a lot of people are out there swearing, because you're just drunk, you're just impaired. But yeah, this course is going very fun so far. It's very fun times, and I hope I get it done soon. So I'm gonna start serving soon at the restaurant that I started working at. I started as a food runner for a little bit, so I can learn the menu, learn the system, learn the team, learn the operations, see how it is on a busy day, see how it is on a busy weekend, things like that. But I'm going to be off training next week, so I'm going to actually be on the floor to learn serving. And in the state of Washington, you have about 60 days to get your MAST training. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what MAST is here in a little bit. But as a server, to serve food, you have to also be able to handle alcohol, and that's the importance of the MAST training. It's like a statewide thing, and it makes the server or the bartender responsible for the amount of alcohol they serve to a customer. So you don't want to excessively serve them alcohol, especially if they're showing signs of intoxication. You don't want them to get super drunk and then go out and kill someone with their vehicle or burn a place down because they were smoking cigarette on a couch or something. So you will be liable as a third party because you let them basically, get in their car drunk, or leave your establishment drunk, or keep on serving them while they're showing signs of being drunk. So I have to take all that training, and that's been pretty fun. The quizzes are kind of challenging. I thought that they were going, when you go into a test and you're like, oh yeah, this might seem easy, this might be like a fly-by-night course or something, and the questions are just pretty common sense. But they give you pretty in-depth questions, and they pick the really key points that that you should know and that you should remember throughout the course and throughout holding the permit too as well, while actually activating, or actually while being active with the permit and actually executing the permit. Oh, and you probably haven't seen my Saitama hat. Yeah, my One Punch Man hat came in. Dude, I love it, and I got it for such a great deal at youngzilla.com. I'll put the link down below, and then it's just like a clothing shop thing that I'm kind of starting to just kind of have more obscure anime stuff or things that aren't sold in stores and things like that. But I don't want to pitch it too much yet or anything like that. But hey, you can get cool stuff like this Saitama hat, dad hat, beige, and then there's a black version too as well. I wish they had a white version, but that might get dirty. But the beige is definitely pretty sweet. And the bill is actually a lot longer than my other dad hat, so I kind of like it because I do tend to have a longer face, and this does cover my face a little bit more from the sun, as long as I don't wear it up like this. I have to wear it like this.